So let's have a check the database is properly migrated or properly installed our backend server. So how can I do? Then just we see the all the services deployments, and then also the get all also the deployments. So you see the deployments, you can say kubectls to go to the Postgres and exec and the interactive modes IT, and then you have to pass your service or your service name or port. Doesn't matter, maybe we can pass the port, and then you can minus PSQLs, and then user Postgres user, that's the usernames, and then you need to be in the PSQL console. Yes, everything is too slow today. So you see the Postgres default console. So if I go to the D plus, and then this is another is empty, so we can change our database name. This is the user registration, I think so. The database name C, and then user registration database name. Let's have to cross check the config. So config maps. So it is our database. We go to our database that's we are looking for. So let's see the D plus. So we see that our database migration is exactly all the 5 migrations. So we can select, we have how many tables. We have the table 1 2 3 4 5 4 tables, and the 4 sequences, and here's the Flyway schema history tables. So we can select from the history tables. So you see exactly the 4 versions of your database migrations. The initial version that's we define here our scripts. So 1 2 3 4 5. This is all the migrations when we migration that's you need to be migrated, the systematic, the enterprise level application. We follow exactly the same structure, same way we are developing the softwares as enterprise level application, as a professional application, not the demo application. You can think about it is really professional way to handle the application. How can you professionally migrate your database servers with maintaining your database versions by migration version, and even though how can you maintain your application versions. That's I mean the professional way. So let's have a check, is it something there's into the data sets. I can say is the registrations, I can say. So if there's nothing there, user role, there's nothing there. So we can cross check it how the application is running. So you see our Postgres backend servers, all respective tables and sequences, and the Flyway history is properly injected and properly created. That's I mean the proper way of doing. So you can see the other things. We can follow also how this services is running. We can cross check it from after doing some Postman test. Well, let's go to the cross check the Postman's how Postman works. So still the application, both our Postgres and Postgres server is running, and all the services and all deployment and all replica set is running. So let's open the Postman's. So you see that there is a Postman's because I am using some actuator, and actuator, that's the reason we can cross check the health of the microservices. Those are you new in the Spring Boot and actuator, just follow my previous screencast. There is a detailed discussion. Even you can continue to watch these videos, because I will start every line of code when I start the developments. That's I mean when I specifically to start. When I start the development, then I will explain how all the part of the developments. That's what I mean. So Postman's, you can check it like this is one of the most important part. I already said is a global variable settings. So you see there is a local host and then the port number. So this is a previous screencast I already discussed. How can you set all the global variable settings just after when you have the URL changing, your test department just simply need to change the password and the URL of your applications. If they install the URL and the port number of your application, doesn't matter which machine, they will just, you need to be simply export the your test cases. The test department just simply import these cases into their environment, and they will simply change the IP address and port number, and all the test cases will running what we expected. That I already discussed in the previous screencast. You can follow my channels, but I will when I start the complete development, then I will discuss again more detail about how can you set those environmental variables and then use those globally, those variables into the your test cases. Then you can put the export import this test case as a professional way for other teams, for your test teams or your release teams or something like that. They can simply exactly what a test you did in development test, they can put it exactly the same test for the other environments. The other test department and test guys can simply run these test cases, your API testings, and they can do something with parallelly your test and their test. And just simply, when you have a really enterprise level products and a lot of people's involved there, just that you can, when you start testing development done, and then you can put it this development test case as a test scenario, import it, they will export it, and you export it, they will import it, and they will run again their test cases based on their installation. Just simply change the IP address and port numbers. That's I said I will discuss a little bit more detail for these cases. So there is a, I think so there is a maybe there is IP address because I am testing with the tunnels. No, yeah, yes, this is not still not running. So we can put we can get the IP address, the kubectl Minikube, which Minikube service, then we can put it like this service, then it will automatically I think it will show us the tunnel informations, the URL. So it is, you see our application running, this is our tunnel informations, and it will open the browser, default browser of our application. So this is our local port. You can see this is the port numbers. So we just simply copy and then we replace the IP address for the new IP address for this one. That's why it says this is the really professional way to globally change the your RTS. So you just simply edit it, just edit, and then you just simply put it here, the new IP address. And then here, so you have the actuator information, actuator path, then you have some REST API and path, the path informations. So save it, and then see that the IP address is globally set. So we can hit now. So since this is a default browser is a Microsoft Explorer, its default browser is running something, something like that. So even though we can check it like is our actuator is running properly.